Hey, what's up, y'all? Let's get into a couple things right now. Um, I believe that one of the hardest things to get over is to is rather that which we have been conditioned by. Meaning that there's many narratives that we use and phrases and wordplay. We have our own mnemonics. So it seems that throughout the years, because that's what uh, we were born into, and we became uh, breeders of such uh, things, which I've talked about. Environmental factors always, equals up to who we are. And of course, you have, is all in measure. You have degrees of knowledge. You have resistance. You have those that persevere and who are resilient, that rise higher above. And I think that, rather, I believe that with the wordplay that we use and these concepts, no one's really taking the time, respectfully so, to get the truth. Not a lot of people, I would have to say. I won't say nobody, but because there are some masters out there, but there's not a lot of people who's really taking that time to uh, get the real knowledge, like that irrefutable truth. And when such a thing come onto earth in a place full of lies, deceit, deception, it causes chaos. So just like in the Bible when it talks about, God putting an angel in the lower realm to bring chaos and bloodshed, that's inevitable. It's inevitable. Why? Because there's so much wickedness going on down there, which is uh, similar to what we're dealing with within any particular environment where you have famine, you have diseases, you have poverty. Because I've said before, you know what poverty brings. So it's inevitable for God to send uh, uh, an angel. Because why? We all looking to get that light. But however, the work to get that, the work that's done, that has to be done to earn that light, and to harness it. Just like when Goku was learning different forms of a Super Saiyan, and he had to learn how to embody it because it can overwhelm his body, and then boom, that's it. You understand? So it takes work. But because we so tied up, and we came up inherently so in a systematic construct that is not conducive to bringing about a utopia, because it would have been here by now with all the love that's been put out there in music and apparel, messages here and there, emojis, and all of this that looks to embrace that. It would have been founded already. It would have been established, I mean, more heavily than anything else. Because since there's so much of a cry for it, but it's not there. It's there in measure, but who can really do? See, science and mathematics, the learning of such subjects will become far more paramount. With all respect to, it will become far more paramount than what's read in indoctrinated books. Because when you learn of these subjects and you're of a spiritual person, or even if you're not, because we all got to work our way up to it. But let's say you want to take on that journey, you're going to become a serious master. But to whom much is given, much is required. A lot of people just read scripture, they read lines in the Quran and the Bible, and that's it. Oh, yo, that sound mad deep. It's moving, but when it moves us, do we stall out, or do we say, yo, that moves me, that I want to take this shovel and I'm gonna start digging, because I don't want to be a surface dweller. I don't want to scratch the surface. I want to get this. Remember that old school saying that it takes a village? Well, where are these villages? Being that we all from a tribe, and I spoke about this countless times of our paternal line. No disrespect to the maternal line, of course, but it's the paternal line that, to me, is predominant, because The Creator put the seed in man. However, fellas, we know that we ain't nothing without our woman. So, I mean, moving on, it's like, who gonna put in that work? And I know it's hard because, like I said, we came up in a systematic construct, institutionalized. We became docile to a system because just like the book said, that they will look to weigh out the faith and patience of the saints. Now, we have overheads. We have, we have some sort of neediness or wanting to have the most luxuries in our life. Well, we don't necessarily have to have it. The awkward thing about it is that we have complained for years about, bills and the government this, but we still buying Jordans for X amount of dollars and Louis and all of this, Balenciagas. Why? Yeah, we are strong people, this, that, and the third, but we can't seem to shift this paradigm, change the narrative to work for our best interest. And I'm talking to my African diaspora family. Pick up the keywords when I talk. I said we, not me. Some people will be like, yo, well, you do it. It's not just a matter of me. It's we. And then, you know what's funny? Is that if I go on this notion of me, yo, that nigga mad selfish. He's so self-conscious and self-righteous, just that and the third. So it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. You can't win for losing if you look to take that route, in which people don't even know what takes place in being in such a position. However, moving forward, man. So we got a lot of regrouping to do. We got some serious business to take care of. It hurts that I spoke on many things already and I haven't got no feedback. And I'm like, yo, it's crazy because then when I step out these doors, or even where I'm at right now, I'm going to find myself having some sort of interaction with another person. And because they can't identify the unseen, they don't know the spirit world, they don't even know what's working. Just like the other day, I don't know. I'm guessing that he know, but he was testing me. I'm chilling, and homeboy just came and stand right in front of me, man. Like, I swear to God, like he was so close to me. Like, fellas, when we was in a party and then we move up on a lady because we ready to dance with her, like that close. You understand me? And it's like I had to tell him, I'm like, yo, excuse me, man. Then he gonna talk about, yo, what you mean? Like, yo, you scared of your own people? Now he could have been sent as an agent to try to stir me up. But and I ain't get mad to quickly look for a fight. I'm not belligerent. So I was giving word to the brother. I said, yo, man, it's kind of hard that, people that don't know this life, they don't even know what they're looking upon or what's happening in the proximity. I'm breaking it down to him. And it's like, I got nothing back after I said that. All he gave me was like, yo, be careful out here. Fuck you mean be careful? That's how I know he with that other side. And this is a big ass man I'm talking about here. This is the shit I be talking about, man. Like, I gotta get away from a lot of you people, yo, because this shit here. But the thing is, as much as I say that, I know I got some elders that's of that crafty world that got me here. Some spells or whatever that's out there by whatever means, I could feel it every day and every night. It don't scare me. It don't spook me. Like I said before, everything like that that's in opposition to what I would like to see for the betterment of humanity irritates me. It works as an irritant. You understand? To which there's a lot of things out here, especially by our European brothers and sisters who know how to work on agitation. They know how to agitate. And I say that with a smile because as much as it's a game, it's not. But we all got our part to play. We all got to do what we got to do. And I don't know what it is that my elders is looking for me to do and establish. And it's like, you know what? I can speak on many things. And yeah, I'm getting help on that side. Yeah, I'm getting assistance and whatnot. I may be getting best wishes. So how long? How long? So a notion that I do have is that that dark side is trying to win. But let me tell y'all something. Before I even get caught up in that crazy ass world and you think I'm gonna be on that, you crazy. I'm gonna be dead before that happens. I ain't with that gay shit. I don't give credence to that side. I don't give okay or support that side. I don't hate it either. I dislike it. I detest it. It's to be condemned because you and I did not come here by man to man or woman to woman. You understand? So that in itself is a corruption. And before we get the real knowledge of it and look to dispel and demystify all this nonsense, we get with it. Why? Because you got funding in it. Funding, money, so-called benefits and power. But I tell y'all, keep watching down the line and see how worse this shit gonna get. It look good now. See, we not doing the real math, man. We so caught up in just having the money, the bag. Watch and see. Matter of fact, if you think I'm bluffing, go ahead and do your history. Take a look at how our culture used to be, even coming from Africa. Matter of fact, take a look at the minimal degradation or degeneration of Africa's culture in their homeland, our homeland, to which we belong. Take a look. This shit is global. And another thing, this is not just a matter of skin color. Although we could put that into context when we look to draw up a certain point. You know, we got to know how to put things into proper context to get the point on home. But globally is not just a matter, listen, key word, just, is not just a matter of skin color. It's primarily of the spirit, the unseen. Because I bear witness to what's happening and shit, like the forces be trying to provoke me. And then when I look around and I catch wind, I can see the smirks and the smiles that's coming through people's faces that they may not even know. And they are white, yellow, they could be Asian, Chinese, Indian, black. Shit don't matter. You know what I picked up from that? That is most definitely not about color. It's about who got possessed by that side, who fuck with that LGBT shit, and they want to continue to see live action. Because that entity and that nonsense feed off of that too, more than anything else. For those who know how to calculate. Listen, man. If extreme measures got us into this, I mean us, humanity, especially my African family. If extreme measures got us in, you don't think extreme measures got to get us out? You don't think the same white people we talk about, our European brothers and sisters, you don't think they've been through extreme times by bloodshed? That you could pull up any book and go read the history on all them wars? You don't think that's extremism? How we gave birth onto them and we still under their tutelage. Ain't that some shit? It's 2026 and they still got all this power. And we read about their bloodshed and everything else. So what are we gonna do to get up out of it? And work on our reclamation? Y'all think it's just a matter of saving money in your 401k and your pension plan? The fuck out of here. We still gonna be mixing our seeds, right? Well, I hope it's for the betterment of where we going. I certainly do. And that's another thing I'm gonna talk about on another video, but I'm about to cut out right here. Because all this, a lot of mixing is still happening. And for all this black talk, I don't see it. I could feel it in a way, but I don't see it. So, brothers and sisters, man, I don't want to hold y'all too long. Just had to bring that out. Don't want this to go past 15 minutes because I'm going to post it on my IG and YouTube. Peace, love, and light, man. Hit me up.